What is going on, everybody? How's it going? How is your Thursday? Here comes Aries. Trying to figure out what I'm doing. Okay, so we are doing another YouTube live, and I'm just gonna try to find my live so I can watch all the comments. Okay, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? Where's my Q&A? There it is. Ah, found it. Found it. Hi, everybody. Hello. Okay, found it. Found my comments. Okay. How's it going, guys? The beginning of lives are always like the worst because it takes me so long to find everything. But I did my Twitter poll to see what you guys wanted to do in this week's live, and it was Q&A. It technically, what was the other one? Beauty tags won by 1% on Twitter, but the majority of people that wrote in on my Snapchat asked for a Q&A. So I went ahead and I made the executive decision to do a Q&A. And then here comes Aries. She wants to sit on my lap. Ugh. Okay, Aries. Yep. Okay. I didn't even put you in my thumbnail this week, and this is the week you want in? This is the week you want in? I didn't even put her on my thumbnail, because sometimes I put her in the thumbnail because it's super awkward to take that thing. And then she doesn't come in, but now look. She's so ridiculous. She's a 50-pound lap dog, in case anybody's wondering. 50-pound lap dog. Here, do you want to sit on this chair and you sit by me? Here. There. There. Now you... Okay, she's got her own chair now. Okay. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a Q&A. I'm kind of nervous to do a live Q&A because I don't know what people are gonna ask me. I've done Q&As in the past, but none of them are live, so I don't know. We'll just see. Melissa says my brother's 90-pound Dalmatian did the same thing. I don't know why do big dogs think they're lap dogs, but okay. Okay, the questions are already starting. Oh goodness. Okay, here we go. Jody says, Jody Lynn. That's really weird. That's my mom's name. Do you plan on having kids? We're the same age and I'm a mom, so I'm curious your thoughts. I promise it's the most rewarding thing in life. I'm also a dog mom. We don't have any plans right now to have children. I'm 30 and my husband is 29. But we just don't yet. We actually were talking about it just last night, which is really funny. Kind of talking about it because we have a lot of friends who are pregnant right now. And we just don't feel that pull yet. He's doing... Like, we both just do a lot. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like it sounds really selfish when I'm like, we just like to do a lot of different things. And, you know, with a lot of our friends having kids, you see them not being able to do as many things, and I still want to do those things. So, but probably down the line, I mean, we're not against it, but we just don't have any plans at this moment. So that's what we're doing. And then we got Aries, so, you know, let's see. Okay, so let me scroll up. Someone said, what's your job? I do YouTube, and that's really fun, but I'm also a published author. I have 5 novels published. They are all available on Amazon. So yeah, that I work also pretty heavily in the... She's driving me crazy. I work pretty heavily in the book industry as well. I'm a freelance editor, proofreader. I do a lot of marketing for authors and things like that. So yeah, published author, work in the book industry, do beauty on YouTube, you know, all those things. Super fun. Brittany says, my favorite food, guilty pleasure. My favorite food, guilty pleasure. That's a good question. You know what I really like to eat? No. Sit down. She's trying to get on the table. One thing that I really like to do is eat weird food combinations. I like to eat a Swiss cake roll, which is a chocolate roll with some sort of vanilla cream in the middle. I like to eat that and Doritos. I don't put them in my mouth at the same time, but I'll take a bite of Swiss cake roll, chew and swallow, then I'll eat a Dorito. chew and swallow. Like, that's a really random combination. Or like a candy bar, a Milky Way candy bar with like dill pickle chips. Don't tell anyone I said that, because I feel like that's very weird. Like, I used to eat Swiss cake rolls and Doritos. Like, that's my guilty pleasure snack. And I wouldn't do it when Mitch and I moved in together. I would not do it in front of him for like months. And then I was like, hey, I like this as a snack. Let's see. Iris says, how old are you? I am 30. Sit down. You're driving me crazy. Sit down. I can't see the questions. Urgh. I can't see the questions when you are trying to get in my face. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Okay, so I gotta scroll up. I wish YouTube wouldn't scroll down, because then I have to scroll back up. Okay. Have I changed my mind about Prism yet? I really haven't. I haven't. Still not thinking I'm gonna get it. Oh, Kaylee's here. Hey, girl. Christine says, how do you manage to make videos and still find time to write? It's definitely challenging, especially when I get editing jobs. Because I'm a freelance editor, I really feel like I can never say no to a job that comes in. And I've been getting a lot of editing jobs lately. And when I have an editing job, I basically can't write because I'm so focused on that book that I'm editing and getting into, that I can't be in my own characters' heads. I then have to be in their characters' heads. So it's hard. So because I've been getting editing jobs, which is definitely not a bad thing, it's super great. But because I've been doing that, I've had to put book 6 on hold. But when I don't have any other freelance jobs coming in and it's just YouTube and books, then my schedule is a lot easier. But basically, I mean, I really just have to give myself to-do lists and like deadlines for myself. Like the night before, I'll make a to-do list of what I want to get done, and then I just got to get it done. You know, if that means, I mean, I really don't do anything else, so there's really nothing else that I'm cutting out. Sometimes I have to not work out, and that really bothers me because I like working out every day, but sometimes I can't. But yeah, I mean, it's all about self-motivation, really. That's the biggest thing, and to-do lists really help me out. So let's see. And Jolly says, do you plan on getting any other pets? We think about it a lot. We would really love to get a second Vizsla. I'm really excited because we're actually dog sitting for a Vizsla puppy next weekend. It's a 5-month-old Vizsla, so I'm super excited. So we're gonna see how it goes. That's gonna be kind of like our test to see how Aries rolls with it. We did a meet and greet last weekend with the couple and the dog, and it went really well, and Aries was really good. So I'm excited. So I think maybe if that goes well, we'll think about getting another V. Melissa Q says, what is your process when you want to start a new book? Typically when I'm getting ready to start writing a new book, I have to sit down and plan what I want it to be, but I am not someone who plans out every single chapter. This happens, then this happens, then this happens, because I have no idea. I'm someone who, when I start writing, I basically like black out, and then I come to and words are written. It's just, you know, it just plays in my mind. So I can't confine my characters to doing one thing and then this thing and then the next thing, because I don't know what they're going to do when I start writing, but I at least know what I want the theme to be. And then, you know, I have to figure out things like, where is it taking place? What are the characters' names? And a lot of times what I do is I interview my characters. So I have a set of like 20 questions, and I go through and I do an interview for each of the main characters. So that way I can know just small things. What's the kind of car that they drive? What's their favorite food? What's their nervous tick? What's their word that they use repeatedly? You know, things like that to get to know them better. And then I just have to start. Then I just got to start writing and see where it goes from there. What type of books do I write? I write women's fiction mostly, a lot of times focused on friendships. Let's see. Oh, hi from Louisiana. Hello. Hello, hello. Hooch, my Vizsla. Makeup Junkie says, Hooch, my Vizsla mix wants to know if Aries has a boyfriend. She does. Yeah, she's taken by a German Shepherd. My best friend Shannon has a German Shepherd. Him and Aries, they actually have the same birthday, except Aries is a year older. But yeah, we love to, like, we always watch him. They'll watch Aries for us. Like, when we board them, if we go somewhere together, if we board them, they get boarded in the same room and everything. Because they're in love. Mackenzie says, what is your school job? So for the last 2 years, before I started doing full-time, like when I quit my regular job, I quit my job to do full-time writing, and I worked at a hospital beforehand. So I left that job to do full-time books, and I didn't really know this about me because I'm definitely an introvert, but within the first couple of months of leaving, I was trying to write what is now my 5th book that I published in March, and I didn't have any voices in my head. I didn't have anything to write. I couldn't write, and I was struggling, and I was freaking out to my husband, like, what did I do? Like, I just left so I could publish more books, and now I can't even write a word. Like, what am I doing? And I was going to the mall during the day and just sitting there and trying to listen to people just to try to get conversations. I did not realize how much I would miss having conversations with other people. I don't know. It was really crazy. And so I wanted to get some sort of job, but I couldn't be gone from my desk all day because I was still trying to do all of my other jobs, and I just couldn't do it. So Mitch suggested looking at schools, and he actually said the school library, but I ended up looking at the schools, and it was like 2 weeks before school started in this area, and they were looking for a lunchroom recess associate. So basically you would go to the school for about 2 hours during the day, and you just hang out with the kids in the lunchroom, like make sure they're sitting down and eating and things like that, and then just kind of supervise them at recess. And I was like, I can do that. And the interview was like so awkward because they're like, do you have kids here? And I'm like, no, I don't have any kids at all. And they're like, why do you want to work at a school? And I was like, I just need some voices in my head, actually. That would be great. But they still hired me. I don't know, maybe they just really needed someone to fill the spot. And I actually ended up writing my book in 6 weeks, which was fantastic. I've never written a book that fast. It was so cool. But, the kids, they always had so many stories to tell me. And it was almost like so much. Like, it was really a lot of fun, and I actually ended up having so much fun. I went back for another year, so I went back last year, but it was great to be gone just 2 hours out of the day, just get to hang out, and it was a lot of fun, but I knew I wouldn't be able to go back this year. Just, even though it was 2 hours, it was right in the middle of the afternoon, so it was like you couldn't really get your day started, but then when I got home, then it was like I felt like I was behind. So I said I couldn't go back this year, but I said that I would still substitute. So I've already subbed once in the lunchroom, and I also said I could sub at the libraries because I thought that would be fun. So yeah, so I'm going to sub. I'm not like a teacher. I don't have a teaching degree or anything like that. It's considered like an associate. But I still think it was fun. I was like, I can't come back full time, but I'll totally come back and sub. So yeah, that's been fun. Let's see. I gotta scroll up again. Okay. What palette am I currently wearing? I'm wearing the Colourpop IluvSarahii palettes, both of them, Cheeky and Saucy. Jody Lynn says, have you ever considered writing children's books? I have, but I don't know if I would be any good at it. I have, but I don't think it would be something that happens. Someone said, lost it. Do I like cats? I'm allergic to cats, so that's a bummer. Let's see. Will I try Halloween looks this year? That really freaks me out because that's not what I'm good at. Like, I'm not artistic at all. I don't know how people do these crazy, insane makeup looks. I think we talked about this last week in the live, but maybe like trying to recreate someone else's look on camera. I'm sure it's going to be a complete disaster, but I could try that. But yeah, I'm just not, I don't have that talent. I mean, whew, it's crazy. Oh, Corey says you love Defining Her. Thank you. That was my latest book. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Natalie says, what genre do you write and what was your first book published? Also, I have 5 dogs. Nice. Genre, typically women's fiction. My first book published was called Destined to Fail. I should know like right off the top of my head what year it was published, but I don't remember. It's called Destined to Fail. It's 99 cents on Amazon because it's a debut. I feel like you can tell my book is a debut. There's some debuts that you read and you're like, that's a debut novel. But there's seriously so many that you're like, what? That's their debut? But like, that's my first book. I feel like you can tell. If you buy my first book, buy my last book too. Hopefully you would be able to see a boost. Let's see. Melissa Q says, do you allocate time each day to your book and what time are you most effective? Usually when I write and when I have like my writing goals that I do, I typically will always write in the morning. And then typically when I film for YouTube, I like to use my natural light. So I feel like I keep saying typically. I usually film between like 1 and 3, but I film in the afternoon. So I just make sure to get my words in the morning. But sometimes it just depends too. If I still don't have my words written, like I'll stay up late just to get them done. Things like that. So yeah. Katie says, I'd love for Samantha to try to recreate a Halloween tutorial from a big beauty YouTuber. See if they're even possible for us normal beauty gals. I know. And I think one of my biggest problems with the Halloween tutorials is that you have to go out and buy all this like ridiculous stuff. Like you see people with all of these things and I'm like, I don't want to go buy all of that because that's expensive and I'm never going to use it and I'm not going to know how to do any of this. Like I just feel like I feel defeated even just thinking about it, you know? I just feel defeated thinking about it. Like I feel like Desi just posted a photo of her Halloween tutorial that she did and I was like, how do you even do stuff like that? Aries. I think Aries, well, BRB, I think Aries has something that she shouldn't have. Aries. What are you doing? Sorry. Okay, sorry. Thank you, Candace, for sending Aries some treats to distract her. Aries has been like really bad the past 2 weeks. Like she ate a bunch of my MAC lipsticks. She went into my garbage can the other day. Like things that we've never had this issue since, I mean, when she was a puppy, yeah. But the past 3.5 years, we've had no issues. And all of a sudden she's like horrible. I don't know what is going on with her. It's just, she's 4. So we're like, what the heck? So we keep trying to think like, do you need a second dog to like calm down? I don't know. It's just weird. Okay. Where was I? Kara says, are your books available on Kindle? Yes. Cheryl says, are your books a series? They are not. The book I'm currently writing right now will be book 1 in a series, but all of my others are standalones. Susan says, how do you find time to use all the new makeup products? I have so many, I forget about others. What I did is I have a drawer, and we're in the middle of painting my office. Well, we haven't technically started, but we've moved everything out of my office. So I don't know what it's going to be like when I put everything back in. But I have a drawer, and that's where, like an acrylic case thing, and I put everything in there that I need to try out, and that way it helps me. I can go right to there and be like, what is it that I'm needing to be trying? And then after I've used it for a sufficient amount of time or reviewed it, I go ahead and put it in its regular spot. Okay. I feel like I was running to try. I don't know what she had, but I feel like it was something. She could have been chewing on her antler because it makes a loud noise, but still, I just never know. Mackenzie says, hi from WAUKEE. Hello. What's up? What's the best thing about Iowa? I'm moving there soon and a bit worried about winter. You're moving to Iowa? Where are you moving? The best thing is the best thing about Iowa is oh, you're moving to Des Moines. Excellent. That's awesome. People are really nice here, usually, for the most part. Midwest. They're pretty nice. I don't really love Iowa. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Liv's here. Hey, Liv. Liv says cornfields. There's a lot of cornfields here. I went to a country concert last weekend and a lot of people were peeing in those cornfields. Those poor cornfields. Woof. Fresh air, yes. Yeah. Des Moines is nice. Downtown Des Moines, very nice. We've got the iCubs. iCubs are cool. So there's that. If you go to a river town, a lot of people talk bad about river towns. I mean, sometimes I do too. But the river's really pretty, the Mississippi. I like the Mississippi. Okay. I keep kind of getting confused of where I'm being left off, but okay. I'm just reading through the questions because I see some questions that I've already answered. Corey says she does have makeup and fashion references in her books. Kind of makes you feel special that you know her on YouTube when you're reading them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like defining her, a lot of people mentioned because like right away I talk about like an Anastasia lipstick and like things like that, and like glam glows in there. That's fun. Let's see. Cheryl says, try one from Raw Beauty Christy. Do you mean the Halloween tutorials? I see that everybody's doing that freaking It clown thing. I watched Nicole Guerrero's the other night and I was like watching it just freaks me out. Nicole Guerrero is so good at Halloween. That's how I actually found her channel first. I don't know if I was searching for Halloween tutorials or it just popped up, but I was like, oh my gosh, this girl is freaking crazy talented. Okay. Hide the MAC lipsticks, I know, right? Ashley says the terrible fours. Seriously, like, I seriously wonder that. It's insane. She's just being so weird. Katie says Aries knows you're about to babysit another dog and she's jealous. Liv says you made it. Hey, girl. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, man. Oh, crap. It always jumps around. Sorry. Let me scroll back up. Kaylee says, will you be filming an office tour when you finish painting and putting everything back? Maybe. I didn't think about that. I could try. If people would be interested in that. So let me know. Cheryl says, my dog started marking. She's a girl, so weird when we moved. Any recent changes in her schedule or any new people in her life? I don't think so. What do you think, girlfriend? I don't think we've had any changes or anything. It's just weird. Let's see. Hi from Fort Dodge. Hello. Best thing about Iowa is creek stomping, caving, cheese, and football. Yeah, football is pretty fun. There's a lot of good like college sports around here if you're into college sports. I'm not so much into college myself. I mean, I like alcohol. I went tailgating 2 out of the 3 weeks a while back. But yeah, a lot of people really enjoyed their college sports in Iowa. That's faux show. Susan says, what's the names of your books? If you just search Samantha March on Amazon, they should all come up, but it's Destined to Fail, The Green Ticket, Up to I Do, which has that cover is my actual wedding photo. Where am I? A Questionable Friendship and Defining Her. Courtney says the big mall in Des Moines is the best. Jordan Creek, I had to go there the other day. Gives me anxiety. Okay. Liv says, do you think you'll pick up the Becca palette? Which one? The one with all the highlights? Or the one that caught me off guard and I couldn't tell if they were eyeshadows or highlights? I just saw the highlight one and I was like... Because I actually just said, I've been pre-filming so much with all this office stuff. But, what video? I was filming some video the other day, but I even said in that video, I need to buy more Becca highlighters. Are you going to buy that one, Liv? Because are they going to be the same type of highlighters? Are they going to be not so good? That's what, and you know, the holiday things always kind of freak me out. They always kind of freak me out. But yeah, that one looks really good. I kind of do want it. I don't know why I kind of do want it. Mimi says, where are you in Iowa? I am in Dubuque. I used to live there. Whoop, whoop. I went to senior. Yeah. Samantha says, what eyeshadow palettes do you recommend to beginners? Name buddies. Hello. I actually did a video on that pretty recently. I think it's my top 5 eyeshadow palettes for beginners. So check out that video because I'm trying to think of which ones I put in there. Yeah, I did the one pretty recently though. I would check out that one because I know I put 5. I'm pretty sure it's 5. One in there. Yeah, Liv says the face one. Yeah, it does look good. Is that the one that you ordered? Because you'll have to tell me how you like it because that one definitely looked interesting. Jody Lynn says, no, come back. That's not what she said. My comments kind of skip around. I think she said, how many years have I been married? But I can't tell. There we go. How many years have you been married? And is your husband okay with your makeup addiction? Mine is not. We just celebrated 4 years in September. Is he okay with my makeup addiction? I feel like he is because I am able to then justify it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always been someone who's very into, you know, turning passions into paychecks and all of that stuff. I did the same thing with books. I buy books like a crazy person as well. And it kind of got to the point where I started a book blog and then I was like, hey, I can just, you know, be writing off all these books and stuff. And then, you know, eventually ended up making an income from it, which was really fun. And he's always like, I need to figure out how to do that because he's got expensive hobbies. Like he can't come after me. No. He can't come after me because his hobbies are expensive. So that's what I think. Let's see. Hello from Brazil. Hello. What time is it in Brazil? Ooh. Chris Anna says no clowns. I know, right? Why the clowns? Why the clowns? Mackenzie says film a tour of the room. Okay, cool. Cool. Natalia says, I can't afford multiple palettes this holiday season. I have to choose between Saint & Sinner, Lorac Mega Pro, and Morphe Jaclyn Hill. What would you choose? Well, the only one that I have tried myself is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill. So there's that. I haven't tried the other ones. I am hearing pretty good things about Saint & Sinners and the Lorac Mega Pro. I think I've heard both pretty positive reviews on that one. I personally do love my Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. Like I was saying, I'm not a very artistic person. And like sometimes, oh, Kaylee, was it you? Is Kaylee still in here? Was I watching one of your videos the other day and you were talking about the Saint & Sinner palette and you said you felt dumb when you opened it because you could figure out like what to do? Someone was saying that in a video. I remember hearing that. And I was like, yes, I totally understand that because sometimes I do open a palette and I'm like, oh, what am I supposed to do? But it's like every time I open the Morphe Jaclyn Hill, I'm like excited and I'm like, yes, and I'm playing with this and I'm doing that. Like that's how I am with the Morphe Jaclyn Hill. It was Kaylee, okay. That's how I am with the Morphe Jaclyn Hill, and I appreciate that so much because it's not fun to open a palette and just be like, what? What do I do? Okay, let's see. Kaylee says, a temporary unsubscribe from people who create Halloween tutorials. I'm a big chicken, and some of them are so real and scary looking. I know, I totally agree. Why can't we just all be like, cute? You know? Like, why do we gotta be so scary with all the blood and gore and just, it scares me. No. Micah says, have you seen Anastasia's new blush kits? I have. I saw, yeah, I'm interested in those. Well, and the new glow kit was really intriguing to me because it had some of the shades in there from the Sweets glow kit, and my Sweets glow kit was shattered, of course. And it had some those shades in there, and it had the Starburst shade. I didn't have that one. I'm really considering that one. Maybe put it on my holiday wish list, maybe. Let's see. Stop. What is wrong with you? What? Look at all these people that came to see you, and then you're being naughty. Wow. I'm afraid she's gonna like hit my phone and turn off the live or something. You sit down. Sit down. Sit. Oh, your breath smells now. Ooh. Hold on, let me just scroll up so I can find these comments again. A lot of you guys are saying Raw Beauty Christy is so scary. I know, I agree. Carrie says, did you get anything from the Colourpop My Little Pony collection? I didn't. Honestly, I didn't even really look at it because I'm like, oh, My Little Pony again? I mean, I'm sure they've had this like, you know, in the works for a while or whatever, but I'm like, My Little Pony, we just did My Little Pony. Because Pierre just did My Little Pony. But no, Colourpop's just, they're always one of those brands that are just like so overwhelming to me. And like right now we're overwhelmed. So right now we're going to say no to that. Tracy says, are you going to review the new Sigma holiday palette? Yes, I'm going to review that and the NARS holiday releases as well. I'll be doing that. Elsbeth says, I have a very important question. Why are you so pretty? Because my mom is pretty and my grandma was very pretty. That's what I think. Let's see. Jessica says, I made it. Hello, Jessica. How's it going? Okay. Cheryl says, my husband doesn't ask me about makeup and I don't ask him about his golf. Yeah, golf is expensive. My husband likes to golf and I'm like, hello, that's expensive. He also bowls. He's on a bowling league. That's where he's at right now. Like he has lots of expensive hobbies. Have I tried the new Too Faced products? I decided not to get any. Corey says, my husband thought I was cheating on him when I started getting into makeup. Oh no, that's not good. Oh man. Elsbeth, are you planning to do a makeup tutorial with the Yes Please palette that I just purchased? I actually did not purchase the Yes Please palette. The Yes Please palette. My friend Candace sent it to me, which I'm so excited for. And yes, I will. I have a special video coming up soon, and that will be featured in it, and I'm super excited about that. Let's see. Melissa says Mitch should sell some of his woodworking projects. Yes, Mitch also really likes to build things. We actually had a big discussion last night about my dream vanity that he's going to build me one of these days. But yeah, I really want him to. I gotta convince him. I was like, you should start an Etsy store. And he's like, what? Etsy? Etsy is for girl stuff. I'm like, no, anybody can sell anything on Etsy. So I gotta convince him. To do that. Because yeah, he is really, I don't know how he does it, but he is pretty darn talented with that. Okay. Haley says, I have a Vishla Pit Boxer mix and the Velcro is real. How do you get Aries to unstick when you need to be without distractions? Well, she's right next to me. But yeah, one of the reasons that we got a Vishla is we were super interested in the Velcro term. They're called the Velcro Vishlas, which mean they always want to be right by their owners. Like Aries doesn't sit by us, she sits on us. If you follow me on Snap, we're always sharing a chair. Like she's always attached to us. If I need to unstick her, a lot of times I have to like do a T word. I can't say that word because she's right next to me and she knows what that means. But I do a lot of like peanut butter in the Kongs and that kind of thing, and she really likes those. Especially when I worked for my hospital job, I did work from home. But a lot of my job was phone calls, and she would get so upset when I had phone calls because it was like I wasn't paying enough attention to her. I was on the phone, so I would have to do peanut butter in the Kong all the time. It's super annoying, but that's like really the only way I can get her to leave me alone for a bit. And Jelly says, maybe you could try a cute Halloween tutorial instead of something creepy like mermaid makeup. I thought of maybe doing mermaid because I feel like that's like the most simple. No, I'm gonna put you in your cage. That's what I'm gonna do. You gotta chill out. Look at all the people. They're not coming to watch you whine, girlfriend. But yeah, maybe a mermaid or something. Like in my mind, I was like, maybe I could do that melting skull thing that Desi did. And I'm like, girl, you're not doing no melting skull. What are you talking about, girl? You need to calm down. Hi, Lisa's here. Hey. Oh man, Lisa, I'm watching your videos today, and I'm like, I need to declutter better. I need to shop my stash. I need to do all these things. You inspire me, girl. You inspire me. Stop. What are you doing? Brittany says, I agree with Melissa. I would totally buy his woodwork. Oh, you guys are funny. I'll just tell him that. Let's see. How old am I? I'm 30. 30 years old. Ah! Sorry, my comments keep sticking around. My comments keep sticking around? That's not what I meant to say. Skipping around is what I meant to say. Are you guys want to see the Yes Please tutorial? Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to play with it. How many times in your life have you been told you look like Sarah Jessica Parker? A lot. And one thing too, I get Sarah Jessica Parker the most for sure, but I also get Jennifer Aniston, which, okay. And I also get Candace, I think is her name. She's a Victoria's Secret model. Totally, 100% see that one. But one time I used to work at a massage clinic, and it had like big windows in the front, and then it was like in a part of a strip mall, and there was a woman walking by the window. And, you know, I was kind of like looking out the window and I could see her, and like we made eye contact, and she was like, and she runs in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And she's like, oh, I thought you were Jennifer Aniston. I got so excited. I'm like, why would Jennifer Aniston be behind a desk at a Des Moines massage clinic? That's weird. But I was like, oh no, just me. Like, what? That was really weird. I mean, I really let that woman down. I felt really bad for her. I just wanted to like be like, oh no, I'm her sister though. I get that a lot. Whoopsies. Jessica says you love the puppy t-shirt. Yes, I wish I had it on. I wore it so much though. Candace also sent me a shirt. It's a Vishla shirt. Right now I'm not really feeling this Vishla thing, but stop, Aries. Goodness gracious. Let's see. Someone just said something about, I saw it. Where were you? Where were you? Oh, there we go. Melissa, do you follow Kristen Dominique on Snap? She's giving info on her palette. No, you know, I haven't watched a lot of her videos, but I want to. I need to start watching her channel. I put one of her videos on like my to watch list, and I really want to watch some of her videos, so. Stop. Okay. Nicole says, what does your husband do for a living? He works in like home mortgage for a big bank. Don't ask me like, well, I don't know. I mean, he talks to me about his work a lot, but I'm always like, what do you mean? I find Colourpop overwhelming too. Yeah, for real. Let's see. Jessica says, how's the red in the Colourpop? I haven't tried it yet because I'm saving it for a first impression type of video, but I will be hopefully doing that one pretty soon. Emily says, my fiance is a mechanic. Tools are so expensive. Plus, he likes to buy stuff for his own vehicle too, of course. Yeah, seriously. And because how I said, like, Mitch likes to do, like, the woodworking and stuff. Those tools are so expensive. And he has a lot. And I'm like, man. I'm like, that's why I'm like, you need to sell your stuff, bro. Like, you need to pay back those tools. It's crazy. Oh, man. Let's see. Cheryl says, my husband is good with building things too, but it always seems he's doing something for other people instead of stuff for our house. Yeah, I know, I get that too. Yeah. Let's see. Oh man, Mommy at 2 says, wasn't notified again. At least I still caught some of it. I know. YouTube like sucks with notifications. I really just don't get it, but let's see. Oops. I know, I see someone was talking about Casey Holmes boutique. I'm super excited about that. Let's see. Every time I try to like come close, she tries to like lick my face. Neat. Ellie says, Lisa makes me want to shop my stash into clutter more too. Oh, show. I know. Every time I watch her videos, I get so inspired. Whoa. Excited and inspired at the same time. Woo! Iris says, what do you do for exercise? I use the website Grokker is what it's called, and because I just work out from home, I don't go to a gym or like have a trainer or anything, and it just has all these different workout videos that you can do. And I like to do, I don't know, I like to do anything. I mean, yoga's like my first love. So I practice yoga every day, but I don't really need like a workout video for that, because I just do like my poses and stuff. But I like, cardio. Kickboxing is really fun to do. Pilates, things like that. So yeah, but I use that website because I like being able to watch and follow along. I'm not the greatest at like coming up with them myself. Mine is yoga because I know yoga really well. But some of the other ones, I'm not the greatest at like putting moves together and things like that. So I like to watch those videos. Let's see. Aries, don't knock over the camera. Nicole says, what do you think of the Casey Holmes new boutique? I'm so excited. I think that's really cool. I'm excited to see everything. I know I saw on her Snapchat that they're like having a party, and I was like, I want to go to the party, but it's in Georgia like next week. And I'm like, that's not going to work for me. I'm not even close to Georgia. Woo! So, because that would be really cool to go to, but I'm excited. I definitely want to get a few things. I tweeted her the other day. I was like, make sure you order lots of these, because she said in her snap, like, what are you guys really excited for so I can order more? And so I let her know which ones I had my eye on. So yeah, I think that's super cool. I know that she's always said that she's wanted to do something like that. So I think that's awesome of her. So really excited for her. I love Casey faux show, so I'm pumped. Let's see. What Casey Holmes boutique? Casey Holmes is starting a boutique. It's called, is it Rosie and Days, or Daisy and Rose? It's with her dogs' names. Basically, she's gonna be like a buyer, so she's gonna buy from other like stores or brands or like things like that, and then sell them in her boutique, and it'll be like online and everything. So you can buy clothes through there. So I'm pretty stoked about that. I know she's got an Instagram page already, and I think a Facebook page too. So Kaylee says, if you could live anywhere, where and why? If I could live anywhere, where and why? I definitely would want to live in just a warmer state. I do not deal with cold well. And I get seasonal depression really bad in the wintertime, because we will go for days here in Iowa without any sunshine, and it just like messes with my mind. Like it can get really bad. One year it was actually really bad. So I would just somewhere warm, like just somewhere warm all the time. All the time. I'm not picky. I'm not picky. Leah says, what did you go to college for? I have my associate's degree in travel and tourism. I used to want to be a travel agent. And then my bachelor's degree is in business and entrepreneurship. So I went to a business college here in Des Moines. Let's see. Aries, Janet, what are you doing? Come here. Aries, come here. Angela says, I live in upstate New York and seasonal depression kicks my butt every winter. I know, it's not fun. It's definitely not fun. Sorry, my comments skipped all over again. Iris says, you like yoga too? Yes. Jeez, Katie, what is going on? My moderator, Katie, is doing big things tonight. Goodness gracious. Katie, wasn't it last week that I asked how it went and you were like, you didn't have to do anything, right? Like, I thought I remember you saying like you didn't even delete anybody, like everything was cool. Oh my goodness. Then we got another night like this. Whew. If you guys aren't subscribed to Katie's channel, you should. She's my moderator. She's here every single Thursday, and some weeks are like this where she's so on the ball doing amazing things. So I think if you just click on her name. Yeah, Katie says last week I didn't do anything. This week, nope. If you click on her name, it should take you to her channel. She's got a really awesome Instagram too, so make sure you check that out also. Leah says, do you have any other goals, like a clothing line or my own makeup? I've never really been interested in doing a like makeup line because I'm not very like, that seems really hard. That seems really tough. I've always been interested in doing something with clothing though, especially like fitness wear, because that's what I wear so much. I would love to do something with like athletic wear. But I'm also really interested in marketing. I've always been interested in, you know, starting like a PR firm or marketing firm or something like that. It's something that I still think about and I work on it every once in a while. If I have downtime, I kind of work on like a business plan type of thing, but I don't know. We'll see. That's where I feel like my expertise would be better because I've worked in marketing and PR for so many years. So Lisa says, wow, this is my first time in a live chat. Your moderator is working hard. I know. I feel like maybe Katie, we should just expect every other week. Like expect it every other week. It's gonna be crazy. Leah says, would you ever move to California for your career? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. That would be tough. I don't know that answer. I don't know that answer. I don't know how excited Mitch would be to move. He's not really like a big city kind of dude. That would be weird seeing him there, but I don't know if I would move there. LA seems very I don't know. I think it'd be hard going from the Midwest to somewhere like LA. It just seems interesting, and sometimes I talk to my friends who are out there and things like that, and it seems like a different world. Different world. Oh, let's see. Okay. Okay, sorry, it skips around every once in a while, so I have to like scroll back up and stuff. Brittany says YouTube or PR firm would be awesome. Yeah, maybe someday. I think that would be pretty cool. I have a lot of different ideas, but I don't know. Actually putting them into play would probably be difficult. Do I speak any languages other than English? I do not. I took French in high school and I thought it was really hard. I can speak a tiny bit of French and a tiny bit of Spanish, and that is it. Leah says, what is the most exciting thing that has happened to you so far being a YouTuber? I mean, there's so many exciting things that have happened. So many exciting things. Just so many like fun friendships. Like that's been really cool. Just getting able to meet and become friends with so many other like-minded people. I mean, that's a reason why I started my book blog back in 2009, which is what started my foray into social media. Is I just wanted to be able to talk to people that were interested in the same things as me, because I don't really get that in my real life a ton. And that's a big reason to, you know, starting YouTube and then being able to start to talk about makeup and beauty, because I don't have a ton of like my girlfriends in real life here. Like, you know, sure, they like makeup and they'll do it, but you know, it's not a passion for them like it is for me. So it's really fun to be able to talk to other people and just kind of connect that way. You know, I know, and I say this a lot, but like, you know, social media obviously gets a ton of flack, and there's a lot of negativity and there's a lot of hard things on here. But at the same time, there really is so many positives to it, and definitely one of them is the friendships that you can make. I think that's pretty darn cool. So, do I play any musical instruments? I do not. I did play piano in like elementary school, middle school. I think it was elementary school. Or not, did I say piano? Violin. Did I say piano? I meant violin if I said piano. I don't know. What YouTubers have I met? I have not met anyone in person. I live in Iowa, so I don't really feel like I can't, you know, there's a lot of times in LA, because I get emails from like Ipsy and stuff that are like, oh, Thirsty Thursday event tonight, and Cover FX is hosting a party, just RSVP and you can go. And I'm like, oh, no one's having parties in the Midwest, so I would like to work on that because we get left out for everything, so that's always a big bummer. Let's see. Kaylee says, I agree, building relationships is the best part of YouTube. Faux show. Brittany says it's a full moon, which means the creeps are up. That's funny. Is it a full moon? Woo! Eek. Kaylee says, did you have a good experience using 23andMe? I've been wanting to do it, but I want to make sure it's money well spent. I did. If you guys aren't familiar, 23andMe is, what would you call it? Like a DNA test? So my biological father is a sperm donor. So my mom actually bought me a 23andMe kit when I turned 30 back in March to do so I could learn some information about my biological father, since we don't really have anything on him. And it was pretty cool to see, you know, origins, because, you know, obviously we were able to pinpoint, because, you know, I know my mom and her side of the family, so we knew, you know, that she was German, but then, you know, so with the other ones, we kind of got to figure things out from there. Like, I found out that I'm also Native American. Like, what? I wouldn't have guessed that. That was pretty cool. So yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. I just did the one that cost the least amount of money. I didn't do the real expensive one because it just had some information in there that I didn't think I needed. I really just kind of wanted to get my ancestry and, you know, just kind of see where I was from. So that was pretty cool. And we found out that he is French, British, French, Native American. Yeah, didn't we? Yes, I know. We know what you are, Aries. So yeah, that was pretty fun. I enjoyed doing it. So I would recommend it if you want to, you know, find out your ancestry. I thought that was pretty neat. And I know that there's more things that you can do in there. Like, you can actually set up to have it alert you if someone were to, like, basically like DNA match you. So I signed up for that because since my father is a sperm donor, you know, there's probably, you know, I probably have siblings out there. Siblings, I don't know, kind of a loose term, but so I would totally be interested if there was ever like a match that pops up in there. I would totally be interested in meeting someone. So yeah, that's me. But so we're at 52 minutes, so I'm probably gonna try to start winding down here since it's been almost an hour. I can't believe how fast that went. Like, my lives typically go really fast for me, but that was like really, really fast. That was really fast. Iris says, did your mom raise you by herself? She remarried when I was pretty young. I can't remember how old I was, but she eventually did remarry and had my little brother. They did eventually divorce though, so it's typically just me and my mom. Well, that's what I think. I felt really old today when on my time hop it said Gilmore Girls did its first episode, like, was it 17? Not 7, it couldn't have been 17 years ago. 10 years ago. 10 years. 10 years ago Gilmore Girls came out because Mom and I always watched that together. Mother daughter fun. Okay. Oh, a lot of you guys have done answer to tests. That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, even if it's not something, you know, like you're in my situation, you're just curious about your ancestry. I mean, it really pinpointed it down. It gave you percentages and everything. It was pretty cool. So I enjoyed doing it. Oops. Let's see. It skipped around on me again, but Ashley says, what company do you not currently receive PR, but you would like to? I don't know. What, Becca would be cool. I like Becca. Yeah, Becca. I think we said that at the same time. I mean, really any. I mean, I get so excited every time I open a box. It's always like super surreal to me that brands notice me. I mean, that's a really weird feeling. That's definitely been something that's been very exciting. Oh, Anastasia, yeah, that would be because she probably won't send me no shattered look. So no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's been something that's been super exciting too. You know, these brands that I've been using, especially the ones that, you know, I've been using for so many years, and you know, you know, I have a big collection of, just to be noticed by them. Not even that they even have to send me anything, but like, I'm back. Sorry, it kicked me out. I know, I'm at 55 minutes. I should probably follow up here. I should probably wrap it up here. But yeah, that's always really cool. Like, even if they like something on my Instagram or anything like that, that's really, really cool. So since YouTube kicked me out, I'm probably gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. But I will be back next Thursday. I feel like I always have to think if I'm like doing something, but I'm really never doing anything. So I will be back next Thursday at 7:30 CST for another live. If you don't follow me yet on Twitter, I'm at by Samantha March, and I always do a live poll. I do a poll over there and have you guys vote for what you want to see in the live chats. So make sure to come over to my Twitter and vote for what you would want to see next week. But thank you to everyone who stopped by. This went by so incredibly fast. I had so much fun. That was such like a chill. That was so chill. I really enjoyed that. So thank you guys. Thank you for your questions. I hope I answered as many as I could. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. We're testing some new drugstore makeup. We got some fails in there. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. And I hope you guys have a good night. Bye.